one box over here. 2 people. Other than blocking what the host, and me and outlaw alone one box.
No,
Box
Kizzy, you can't bring the argument there to me.
Me say me, I tell you, me say.
Me say, Kizzy, you can't bring the argument there to me.
Rickster. But the rest of
Hello,
box,
the neighbor said,
No.
the neighbor said, hey there. Come back.
Yeah, we can bring him up when blocking the panty time.
Blocking.
Listen me. Plank, listen me. The man never say him want no box. We don't stop invite people when you like we over here.
But this is what me I say. Some of them come here and tell we how to run live.
I no request.
That is what me simple as a man never say want come on a box.
Why
flip my box to him.
No, see man say hey this so me I want that
Plank want a box.
You understand? Some of them man when they on live can't run their yard, you know, because they have to get up and cook every day and
Hold on there. We still show up on tea time?
No. We're saying
Okay.
My thing is this, you see, if neighbor want the box, they will come up because this thing need for trash and finish.
Yeah, for real.
The one thing I don't like, yes, the neighbor asks for join there. Neighbor see one box down by the bottom there. Can you request it, please? This make this thing quash and finish. There should not be this ongoing conversation. It need for done. It not gonna bring with nothing.
He's saying can't join.
Of course he's saying can join.
Okay, I can.
This need for stop
blessing.
Good morning,
Happy
neighbor.
Sabbath. Happy Sabbath to everybody. How you doing?
I'm fine. You?
Well, I'm not doing bad at all. And
Praise the Lord.
Yes. This is kind of outside of what I do, but people keep asking me to listen, and I thought that it was maybe necessary this morning for me to just join to clear something up, because I think that a lot of times we listen to respond, but we don't listen to learn. And it is an unfortunate thing in the society, I don't want to be condescending as your host, Black King, has accused me, but it is very important that we contextualize our conversations, because we are together, my friends. There is no cross purpose here. Let me begin by telling you, clearing something up. I heard someone saying that I joined Politics Plus last year to ask give me a reason why you would vote for the Jamaica Labour Party. That is a rhetorical question to stimulate public relations. My only intention then was to get the panel to promote the party. As I sit here this morning, that was my intention. In other words, give the people reasons. The party then published a 250-page achievement.
Mm-hmm.
There was no there was no program that pushed that more than mine. As a matter of fact, we took on political polling, and at every program, the party was winning. Don't come up here and tell me who I am. All right, that is number one. So that is just a misunderstanding of my strategy. Rhetorical questioning stimulates discussion and provides an atmosphere for you to teach. I can't fault you if you don't understand. If you go to my, I hear a man then saying, no, the man is going to turn to PNP. Well, my point is this. I speak what is truth. and I go where the facts are. If the facts take you to the Labour Party, which is in the ascendancy now, that it is. The third thing I'd like to make is that we must be more tolerant of other people's opinions. And the gentleman who continues to be very disrespectful about me and my sexuality, who I've never met, who doesn't know anything about me, and who is telling me that if he comes to Jamaica, he's going to come tell me to my face. My good sir.
Matthew, please, let him finish. Everybody will get them chance, please. We don't want to gas.
My good sir, I don't know you. I have never met you. I don't know if you have come up on my program. I can't even, I don't know why you have those thoughts of me, but I would encourage you, sir, to whoever you think I am, don't be so disrespectful. I am a human being too. And to sit here and listen to you being so disparaging, it's not very nice, because I wouldn't do that to you. Finally, I see Rusty in the box, and I have had no issue with him. He has joined my program time and often. I don't know what he says on and off here. Nobody came and said anything to me about him, and I appreciate what he just said this morning. So that I thought I would just clear that up, because it is in the hot. As for going forward, I really would want there to be an end to all of this, because I don't think it helps anybody, and especially it doesn't help the party that you all support. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Need to stop, because you have been on TikTok active for a good while now, and so have we. And I don't understand what is the root cause of this sudden issue. I mean, it was said that you said something about pass some remark. Basically,
Again,
what I understood. Wait 1 minute,
yeah.
neighbor. Let me add. I don't know if I have all the facts, but what I understood is that you made some remark regarding labor rights going on PMP lives, and I think I heard a screen recording basically saying that the odds would be stacked against them, and persons are saying you were making that comment in reference to Chopper John going on Noel's live, right? So I don't know if that's true. Only you can clear that up. The thing though, that's your opinion. My opinion, I don't agree with what was said, if those were your sentiments that you shared, because I was also on Noel's live. I mean, sometimes people on TikTok come and present themselves as being neutral, and when they are not. And it's only when you go in the space, then you realize that this person is really showing an obvious bias. It takes sometimes some people show quick, some people take a time, because even you, for example, neighbor, I don't spend a lot of time on your lives, but now and then I will come in, I'll listen a little, and then I'll go. I was not a fan of the polling. I was not a big fan of the polling. So maybe that was one of the main reasons why I did not stay around. But people always share it to me, so I know a lot of labor rights love it there. I hear a lot of good things, and I do believe that you have a space within that structure that is necessary sometimes. Just like how these lives that Black King, myself, Rusty have, that is not structured, we just free flow. We have a space as well, and we have our persons and people who come and like the content that we put out, just the same how they like yours, because people communicate in different ways and varieties, the spice of life, So I think sometimes the criticism of each other, even when it is not meant to tear down, or sometimes you say something and it's not meant to offend, but people take it offend others. Some people
Well,
sensitive.
you know, I do what are called notes, and I made a point that if there are persons who you know are antithetical against you, then you would avoid them. I made no reference to anyone, nor was I speaking to anybody specifically. It is a pattern that I was addressing as far as it relates to support. And my point was that we should support those who are of our liking. Let me tell you a missed opportunity, really, you know. An opportunity is being missed. Here you are at the end of 2025 with your government enjoying a 42% reduction in crime, the first in 40 years. That's what should be the focus of discussions, promoting those achievements rather than the mundane stuff of neighbor this and neighbor that and the personalities thing. It doesn't help. It doesn't help at all. We are going to have disagreements.
Yes,
we are
neighbor,
human beings.
and I agree with you. I don't want to interject, but I agree with you. But what I'm saying, I don't know if you at what point you joined the live, but earlier I said it based on the personality that you have, the one we know on TikTok, what you present to us. I am a bit taken aback that you of all persons is in a back and forth that is going on now for several days. Because I expect you to shut it down.
It's an editorial decision to address a matter of concern. So just as I come here this morning and I am providing clarity, that's what we sought to do. But it doesn't help, because I think Black King said it earlier. There are people who listen to cause mischief. That's all they're interested in. They come here, they hear something, they go, oh, you don't hear what I go on over this, oh, you don't hear what I go on over this, oh, this man said this. They are mischief makers. So I would hope that me having joined this morning to say to that caller earlier, that when I asked that question, you know, when I started here, and I thank you for the time to explain this, many people try to figure out how I would vote. That is not relevant. What is, whether I am a laborite or I am not, is of no moment, you know. What you are to do is to listen to the information that people give. Is the information aligned with a principle that you support? Why would that person be an enemy of yours? Because he's not a laborite or he's not a comrade? That's nonsense. Right? So if you call yourself a laborite blogger, well, congratulations. Other persons may say we are doing programs or we are hosting a show. Why is that an issue? Right? You are Smith, you are Brown, you are Johnson. We are all different. We are from different families.
Well, I made a point earlier when I said that Neighbour say he's not a JLP blogger, right? That is not a jab at you. I am saying that to those of us who identify as JLP bloggers, that we should not be having any issue at all with you and your opinions, because you and us are basically in a two different lane. Even if we are spreading or sharing or educating or informing with in a similar content. Because the fact is, I identify as a Jamaica Labour Party blogger. Me come to educate and blog for the Jamaica Labour Party. You, on the other hand, based on what you said, you are running a program to spark conversation, to educate, but not to be on any one side or whatever. I think there is a big difference there. You understand what I'm saying, neighbor? So I was saying to the guys here that we don't need to be in any back and forth.
A good friend is objective. And I will tell you this, that if you are incapable of identifying problems in your country because your government is in power, you are not patriotic.
Yeah. But there's nothing.
No,
I
no, I'm not referring
personally
to you.
have.
I'm just saying if I
Yes, but I
ask,
am saying that there's a misconception out there too, neighbor, that those of us who identify as Jamaica Labour Party bloggers, that we are not capable to say if the party is wrong or if the government make a mistake, and that is also false.
well,
That
well,
is
well, then,
false.
yeah, well, then if a
Because
pothole is in the
we are
road,
not blind and
uh-huh.
supporters are blind loyalists. We do this because we think the Jamaica Labour Party is the best party to farm government, but we never ever said they are above mistakes.
There you go. So I just want to, there is no conflict, there's no contention. I'm not against anyone.
Please interject. I just want to say something to Neighbour before you run. Please and thanks. If I can be given the chance. Morning to you again, sir. Between me and you, I have had no issues with you ever. I have never had an issue with your program. As a matter of fact, your program is just different. And I appreciate difference. Right? One thing I go beg your neighbor, may I beg you, please and thanks. Do not let anyone or anybody bring your program to disrepute. You have to be careful. Just like how you're saying to us, be careful. You also need to be careful who you entertain and what you listen to and the things that they try to drag in, because you might not realize that there's a certain set of people or a certain individual that chanting down a road and dragging you, and you don't even realize that them are dragging with them. You have to be careful of these things, because you will not do nothing and get blamed for a bag of things.
And obviously, somebody somewhere is creating a problem. Rusties, clearly.
Yes. And there's a particular gentleman that frequents your platform that continues to say some things, whether or not you agree is neither here nor there. But what he's doing is dragging you into it. You have to be careful.
Something is wrong. And another thing I want to ask you, neighbor, and I want to make it clear, because see, me, I am very protective of Navi. Very, very protective of her. And I don't know what was said exactly. Someone in the comments said that you told Navi that she should be careful. I want to understand exactly if that was said and what when you say she should be careful.
You know the level of respect I have for this brilliant Jamaican Harvard student who I have admired a lot. And there's what is called a digital footprint. That's what I was referring to. And I said that as you build your career professionally, you want to be very careful how you navigate the social media space. That's what that's about. I mean, I am amazed that persons were suggesting subliminal threats.
Can I say this to you, neighbor? We had an interview. You kind of interviewed me a few days ago, and this was the very thing where we spoke about the semi-literacy and illiteracy problem in Jamaica cause a big issue, because there's a lot of people that misinterpret a lot of what is being said because of lack of intelligence and basic education. They don't interpret things the correct way. And you have to be cognizant of that, sir, and be very careful what you say and to who.
Well,
that's all I'm saying.
So I clear that. Why would I threaten her? For what? Threaten? I was trying to protect the young lady's career, her future. And that's why I'm saying, as I would give advice to everyone who is online, to be careful. Because let me tell you something. You leave a digital footprint every time you go on. Everything you say is recorded, Everything you say. And well, let me tell you something. 10 years from now, when you apply for a job in government or overseas, they're going to punch in your name. And all of that is going to come up. You said this about this person, that about that person, that about this person, and it may hinder your career. That's the advice I was trying to
thanks
give.
for clearing that. Matthew wanted to speak. I want to give Matthew a chance, and then after Matthew, Kingston 11. Matthew.
Right. All I'm going to say is in regard to the matter of the fact that if you're going to come on here and take on because you're saying it's like when certain people say, oh, I am not PNP nor JLP, but then start to say a bunch of anti-JLP or a bunch of anti-government stuff. The fact of the matter is, oh, I'm not coming here to be condescending, but continuously speaking a condescending tone. If you're going to speak to me, sir, respectfully, you address me by my name. You don't have to know me. I don't have to know you. I came by your platform and I have my opinions. If you have a problem with that, so be it. When I said that I would come to listen, I would say that to anybody, if I have some, and I say that generally, if I have something to say to somebody, I will come to their face and I will say it. I'm not afraid to say anything into somebody's face. So I don't listen. So if you have an issue with what I said, simply deal with it respectfully and mention my name next time when when you're responding to me, mention my name. Don't act subliminally. I can't take the subliminal bullshit. I can't take it.
Matthew, 1 minute then Matthew, don't you think that you should at least apologize for the remark that you said about his sexuality? Because honestly, I wanted to ask you to before Neighbour come. I wanted to ask you to. I mean, would I in the background and make them kind of nice there? Somebody background and make one cuss in there. Can someone mute, please? No, Matthew, listen. We are big people, you see, and me can't tell you what to do. You know, me just ask you to do it, right? If you choose not to, it is within your right. But I think that we don't have to go into those kind of, insults. I don't think it is necessary. So
may I say this, please? There are two things that I would encourage my brothers and sisters in Jamaica to not do. One is to tell people that they're a batty man, and two, they must go suck their mother. I think those are two of the most disrespectful things that you can say to people. And I don't know where they came from in our society. I'm not offended to be called a gay or a fish and all of them something there. Anybody who know me know where I go. I'm not offended by that. I'm only suggesting that I worked with an institution for many years where if you said that to anyone in there, you would be floored. Those are fighting language in Jamaica. And if we are going to create, what we are doing here is against the party's philosophy, the party of peace. The party you all support is into creating a Jamaica that is gentler, right? Where opportunities exist and where murders are reduced. So when I hear violence from Labour Party supporters, I said to myself, really? Are these supporters of a party that has cut murder by 42%?
With all due respect, Neighbour, with all due respect, Neighbour, you cannot tell us Labour right what is our philosophy. We know our philosophy.
And 1 second,
that is the problem.
One thing though, me saying that somebody is a fish. Listen, at no point have I ever advocated, and anyone who knows me, at no point have I ever advocated for violence against somebody due to their sexuality or their personal preference. So let me just, 1 second, let me just make that clear. So there is no conflict of interest when I call somebody a fish. The same way, listen, I live in Switzerland. If you want, you can go report anywhere that I said that somebody is a fish. I genuinely don't care. I will not compromise my values. I get paid more than most people here. And that's not to be disrespectful, but it's just the truth. I get paid than most people here, and I'm not here. Listen, you can. I don't need to compromise my values for money. So you bringing up corporations and saying, oh, if you say this and that and there, then you're going to get floored. I genuinely could care less, respectfully. So the fact of the matter is that, let me just say this. I am just saying this to make it clear that there's no conflict of interest when it comes to violence, because I'm not advocating for violence. I don't advocate for violence. I said my opinion. I said that somebody acts fishy or sounds fishy. That is it. There's no violence to that. There's no advocating for violence in that statement.
All right, let me have a quick say because I'm wanted elsewhere. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. I don't hear anybody address the reason for all of this that has been going on for nearly a week. Neighbor, I want to say big respect for coming here and trying to clarify and for us to put an end to this because it really don't look good. Well, wherever the faults lie, let it be because as of today, we would like to put this behind us and do our thing the way we see fit, and people can go where they want as to what suit them. But the problem started from it's been said that you accuse some platform of not being structured and they should come and let you teach them a thing or two. Did you say that? And if you did, can you explain yourself?
I was not referring to you, nor King, nor anyone here. Not. And when I say lockdown, what I'm speaking about are the opponents. My general point was support each other. Support each other. Don't go into hostile territory where they're going to be disrespectful to you because you know exactly what they are about. Band together. That's it. Now, if that is misinterpreted, I don't see. I am not referring to. Listen, Kimmy, Chalk, Chops. Where have I been? I started on Politics Plus, Politics and Sports. It's fascinating, It is a fascinating discussion, really. And the reason why I did not go, as a matter of fact, that's why I started a live, because I realized that I was thrown off one day. Thrown off because I dare to ask I dare to ask the panel to give me some reasons why I should vote for the Labour Party. And rather than the people saying to me, okay, sir, we have created jobs, we have cut crime, we have grown the GDP, we have brought more tourists into the country, we have fixed more roads.
That is the very reason why I don't come on your platform, because you threw me off.
Right?
I came on your platform one night. Listen,
sir?
I came on your platform once to correct Scratchy, and you threw me off. That's why I never come back here.
You mean the moderator?
Yeah? No, you did.
I did.
You asked me who the hell do I think I am, and threw me off. You said it, so I will hold you accountable for that. Black King, you want to respond to Neighbour, please, and let's wrap this up.
But Black King has
Black King, you're on mute.
Sorry.
I just want to say one thing to you before you go further.
May I have just
wait, guys,
a few seconds, please?
Wait.
I just want to say one thing to Neighbour before I forget. Neighbour, there's a particular gentleman, the name you just mentioned, Scratchy. He's been saying some things, and
I would prefer that we don't call his name, and I don't want to have any discussion about
not that I want to call his name, but you have been allowing him the space to say some things, and you need to put an end to it, because there are some things that he's saying that bringing your life into disrepute that you need to put an end to. I am not here to tell you how to run your program, but I think that's a major problem.
We will have those discussions with Scratchy, but I don't want to discuss.
Because the reason why I'm saying that to you, you're saying people must tell people about them mother and call people that B word, but sometimes if some people say some things that will lead to that, because some people like myself is very intemperate, and when they say some things, will see it as disrespect, and it's disrespect for disrespect. That's how the earth run.
I got you. All right, great. Okay, I don't have a lot more time though. You see.
Okay. So,
Mr. King,
I hear what Neighbour just said about not referring to us as labor right bloggers with what he said. And it's up to you to take that line, to go down to it. We all adult, we all understand when people speak and reference that they made in terms of the conversation that you were having with this gentleman that you say you don't want his name to mention, and I won't mention it because that's it. I agree with you with that. you know, but the conversation that you guys was having, and I have to start, as I said to you, and I said to everyone, I have to start to look up in the chat why you know that conversation was going on at the time, why labor right bloggers was being inside that at the time. And when I look in there and I saw my name, and I saw two other of the bloggers' name in your chat that was mentioned in your chat, and I came back and I said, I'm not gonna have a you know, get upset about it because I did not know in what context though my name was mentioned in your you know, in your chat, in your thing. I don't know why my name was mentioned in there. You wouldn't know, you might not know why it was mentioned anyway, but it was mentioned. You know, people was just throwing out some name out there, and with that, when you know, that gentleman that you just speak
Alana
about, you
Black
don't
King,
want his name.
for clarity, you're saying when Neighbour made his remark about training, persons in the comment section were throwing out some names and they included yours.
No,
Is that
those without fairness to that, those names threw up before he mentioned that. Those names threw up before he mentioned that. So it was after you know, the conversation that was taking place with Neighbour and Scratchy, mentioned his name there, the conversation that was taking place between them at that time. Scratchy mentioned that when he go on to these live, when he go onto these lives, the only person who show him love and respect, and mentioned two names, one of them was Kimmy. Neighbour then said, oh, they don't know who you are, Scratchy? What are you talking about? They don't know who you are, they don't know the work they don't know the work that you've done for the Jamaica Labour Party. Blah blah blah. So that was what happened there. And I mentioned it, and you know, that's the only time when Scratchy name get mentioned, and that's basically the time when your name get mentioned, Neighbour. The other time in that when your name get mentioned is when you said that when you know, you said that you went on a live yesterday and you see the man and you did not like the way how it was unprofessional. You then mentioned that you often wonder why don't they come to you for some training. That's what you said. I was gonna type in your box straight away now, because one of the questions that you asked, Scratchy, is why don't they come to your live? You know, and the conversation was about the known labor right them that is going over to other people live. You said, why don't they come to your live? And I was gonna type in the box at the time, you know, in reference to that. But that was the only thing. So I was surprised when I hear, you know, you guys go over there and you guys open a live and the whole thing that come with it, that people was chatting and people was being disrespectful. But because no one was being disrespectful to your Neighbour. I will say that to you here and now. No one was being disrespectful to you. No one was being disrespectful to Scratchy. No one was being disrespectful to anyone at all and at that time. What leads from that is, you know, from what, and I'm gonna be going off your say with this one now, is when, you know, you would have been going over, you open your live and you're saying you've got 5 million followers, or 5 million, like you've got 300 and something thousand followers, and you can turn on your live and you can lock down these bloggers live and blah 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 with that. Now for me, and that's why I use the thing for you when I come up, I use the thing for you that, you know, I think the way you speak, how you come across, you know, that's why I use that word. Now, I will put this to you, Neighbour. The conversation that you were having at the time was about the Jamaica Labour Party bloggers then, and because the PMP bloggers then, the conversation about them was finished earlier. It finished earlier. Is when Scratchy started talking about the Labour right bloggers then. That's when you made that remarks. Now, but it's all good. You know, it's all good. It's you know.
Anyway, you know, sir, I have. Is it first I am meeting?
Neighbour, 1 minute, 1 minute, please. Before you answer, let me just ask this question for the panel. Do you think that when you speak, you come off condescending to others? Are you aware of it? Because that is one of the major issues. Persons say it all the time. I hear it. So sometimes people say me aggressive. People always say, Kizzy aggressive. And I don't think I am. although I know that I can be, but this is how I speak, this is my tone, right? So if a person don't know me well, they must say, oh, Kizzy aggressive. It come off strong all the time. So I am just asking you if you are aware that when you speak, that it comes off condescending to others. You
are asking me to do is if I answer you, you're going to say I'm condescending. Because
you can
if I answer you,
you can talk a lot about yourself.
Hold on.
I mean, we can accept and admit certain things about ourselves.
To be condescending is a patronizing or a superior attitude towards others. Now, if you think Donald Trump is condescending?
Very.
Of course he is.
Very.
And what about Obama?
Obama too.
Okay. What about Rusty?
No, Rusty is not condescending.
There you go. It's
Rusty
subjective.
Rusty is not condescending.
But
when if he makes a condescending comment or remark,
if you will
you can
listen,
identify the difference.
It is subjective. It depends on the listener. Okay, because if the listener feels that way, then it is for the speaker to explain that he means nothing. You know, if you say to some people, move from Yasso. Move from Yasso. You may be telling them to move from a fire, but they may think that you've just embarrassed them.
But I think you're using that in a totally different way. Because if you said to someone to move from Yasso, whether you're telling them to because you can't tell someone to move from Yasso, move from the fire, move from the danger. And you know, yes, they might feel away because of the way you say it. They might feel embarrassed about it. But for you to when you're being condescending towards someone, for instance, when you came on the live a few days, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? And the first thing you do, you make a remark. Kizzy said something, and then you make a remark about 10 years old, a bunch of 10 years old or something done with that. And I said, when it was my time to speak, I said, see, that is one of the reasons why I said I feel like you're condescending. And there you go with what you just said. Now, that is totally different, neighbor, from...
As I said, I have to run, you see, but my brother, I'm meeting you for the first time. I've heard of Black. I don't know. I've never engaged this long on any live at all. But I thought that it was important for me to bring some context and to bring some clarity. I hope it helped. I don't want to dictate what people do on their programs. I have absolutely no interest in that either. I was providing broad and general advice and asking for a little bit of coordination. If that is not what people want to do, then that's fine. I don't have a problem with it. I would appreciate that we focus on issues though and leave personalities out, because that has never helped anyone. All right?
Okay, before you go, morning. I am happy because I've been hearing this uproar on TikTok for the past 2 days now. And it never sat well with me. I'm not happy about it. It's not something that I would say that I'm ever proud of. I don't love the argument. It is good right now that we're bringing an end to it. I'm grateful for that. You understand? Yes, I'm on the road. That's why I'm gonna really keep my mic open. I am hoping that moving forward. Good morning. I'm hoping that moving forward, we will keep a level of respect for each other's, and that we can always be able to shut down negativity whenever it pops up where we are. Mr. Neighbour, I've been on your platform before, more than once, even in the box. And I have never felt disrespected on your platform. Maybe people in the comment or women are really pay mind sometimes. You understand? Black King is like a brother to me, and me don't know him in a real life. You understand? Most of these people you see on this life are like family to me, and we have never seen each other. That's the essence that I get around these people. You understand? As everybody knows, me are the PNP supporter. We switch over to Labour, right? You understand? And me will say that. I'm ashamed to say it sometimes, but me still say it to make people understand that where I'm coming from. I had true hatred. You understand? And we need to move on in peace, love and harmony. When we see the negative come up, please don't hesitate to shut it down. We not have to disrespect each other, you know, because and everybody disrespect sit down with good with. Me no say it no sit down good with me. And you see like how even the opposition leader allow people to disrespect the Prime Minister. Me want disrespect him, you know, but I'm not going to do it on a platform. I would love to meet him face to face and disrespect him. You understand? I saw me stay. You understand? To make him feel how it feel. Suppose him did the Prime Minister. Suppose in our wild imagination, him was the Prime Minister. Would he want that to continue? You
If I
understand?
may say this,
So,
if I may say this, sir, that you
yeah.
see how I was bold enough to come up here this morning.
Yes.
Come up here, you know. And
like that.
this been going on for many days, and none of these people have been on every day, have had the same boldness to come up on our program and to say, hey neighbor, A, B, or C.
Yes. Well, I am happy that it's not. I am happy that it's not done.
We are not able to do that. You know why? Because your program is a structured program. Because I requested your box once, and by the time I request the box, I was told which topic I can't speak about, right? And I have to tell you that I was turned off by it. No, that might not be you. That is your moderator, but generally, the moderators are there for a purpose. We pick our moderators based on the fact that they have some kind of
we give them instructions as to how to operate.
Exactly. So if for the past 2 days, I wasn't here yesterday. I was extremely busy, so I don't know what happened yesterday. But you were here the last time when I was here, and I basically asked everybody to move on and forget it. But then when we were here and I was telling them that at the time you turn on your live, and we were getting people were coming in the comment section telling us that you're on live talking about us. You know, well, not us, because me just a mediate right now, but I am just saying this to say, yeah, nobody here would come because as me said, the condescending tones, I neighbor, you don't want to admit it, right?
Anyway,
but
I must run.
Tone,
I've been.
Can I say one thing to you before you leave, neighbor?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if you're condescending or not. That is up to you. That no matter to me.
Yeah.
You're within your rights to be condescending if you want. And everybody can be condescending if they want to be. It's just how you do life.
Yeah,
it's just
it don't bother me either, in a Rusty. It don't. I mean, I requested the box one time, and I don't know if neighbor will remember, and he gave me the opportunity. I spoke what I wanted to say, and then I left. But I'm just saying that because because when I said it the other day, somebody said, yes, but neighbor run a structured live, his topics, I said, okay, no, I understand. But we not do the structured business most times. Well, when I go live, I try to stick to the topics that I go live on. So of course, sometimes people come in with different problems or whatever, and we will veer off in another direction, depending on how long the live is. But if I have a topic, I tend to stick to it at least for my first 4 hours, and then anything after that. Yeah, but I mean, this is juvenile, as I said the other day. when you came in, you made a remark, and that did also offend the panel. You understand? And even when I said to them, hey, don't, he was responding to what I said, right? The panel felt disrespected somehow. It is what it is, guys. We have to just move past
Yeah,
this.
man. Let's move on now. I wanna thank you very much for coming on, neighbor. I appreciate it, and as much as I know a lot of because I've seen on in the chat there, a lot of the people in the chat, they appreciate the fact that you come up here, try to put some clarity to what has been said. In part, and the only thing I would say to you, neighbor, is be careful of the people who coming over to your live and saying things to you, because these people, as I said earlier this morning, these people, they're mystery makers. They dare to make mystery.
I'm pleased to tell that gentleman that has his family calling me and threatening me to desist from doing it.
Oh Lord.
I am quite aware of that with people who would be coming over to my side and sending over and coming and saying things and causing issue. If for you to open your live and start and
he can stop what the chat type. Stress free, I'm going to disagree with you, because when the chat is being rude or disrespectful or saying stuff,
give them a mute.
There is mute and there is block. And that's why you control not only those who are in your box when you are on your live, you can also control your chat. So that he can't stop people from saying certain things. If you set a certain standard within your life, and people know that if they come in the comment section with nonsense, it will not slide. They won't do it.
Rusty, again, okay, Neighbor still here, but Rusty,
we have a responsibility to control. And I mean, I was threatened. No, this. I was threatened during the election season by a PNP candidate at the time, who is now a sitting member of parliament, because he said something was said in my box. And we have to know that I just like TikTok work, right? If you're live, you're responsible basically for how it runs. So if disrespect I go on the comments or disrespect I go on the box, if you the host and nip it in the bud, it's like you're signed to it. You understand?
Miss stress free. I have got some staff in stress free, and when I turn up at their location, and they would come in the office and start to tell me what is going on and what other people have been saying. And one of the first things I stopped them in their truck when they start talking, I said, "Can I go and call your name and say you're the one who's saying this to me?" And they start no, because I don't. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to hear it then. Don't bother say it then, because you're just gonna come and tell me something, and then I can't go back to the people and say, you know what, it was Kizzy that tell me. Then me don't want to hear it. So we can't shut down certain things.
Before the rumor start, the threat was not sent by ISAT. It was not. I have never had any dialogue, any farmer, nothing with ISAT, other than the one time when I was on Noel's live, when he was a guest there, and him choose to pick on me and Punkus, right? So otherwise,
Black King guys later, yeah, I'm running.
All right, bless up. What good? So
it was not ISAT who wrote to me and threatened to sue me. It was not ISAT. It was another. But I do not wish to say who.
Yeah, cool, kids. So let me just clear up one thing with Rusty just now. So Rusty, just now you tell him what's his name, which you know what, that's up to you. Each to their own. But you see me, I don't like when people being condescending towards me or to no one. One of my pet hated when fellow human being like myself thinking that they're superior to me, which I know that they're not, because we are the same. Doesn't matter what stature you have in life. You're not better than me and I'm not better than you. And maybe that's one of the reasons why I run my life the way I run it. This life, I don't come out here and be authoritative towards no one. You're free to come here and do whatever you want to and say whatever you want to say. That's why you're a person free to do that. I nearly get done for contempt of court because I did not like how way a certain judge speak to me. And I tell him straight up in the courtroom, straight up, don't talk to me like that. And
Yeah, but I don't like condescending either. And guys, we could move on now and left the man name alone. Is the
Yeah, man.
time them come on the platform? Black King, please, for the 104 people there, I may talk to Lexi and Navish in the here, but maybe talk to Navi half here. You know, just make it rest. If you know, if there is anybody will offended, I don't know the black neighbor account. You know, want to see him. You know, want to hear the condescending tone. You know what I mean?
You know, say I spoke to people come and try and speak about it from the other day, and I shut it down. And yesterday, one second. People come and try and speak about it from the other day, and I shut it down.
Yes.
And the only time it come back yesterday, and I should have shut it down.
Oh,
but I said to him, say, 1 second, Rick, I did say to him when he gonna start, I said, listen, I make my point of duty to shut down everything about this, but I respect you, and that's why I'm gonna allow you, Joshua, to mention what you mentioned, because the moment you're gonna start and come and said, I hear this. What a nice. I
expect better from Joshua, you know, because Joshua know already. This is something we tell Joshua already. Joshua know with father with parents. Joshua need to.
I think back in you wanting to say we must say something could have set him straight soon. I think that was more of the idea.
Joshua fit stop it.
Yeah,
Joshua
man. So I did
stop it. And
I did set it. I did set it and say, boy, me not go. I got you with no more of it, you know. But because you know.
Excuse me. May I quickly just say something?
1 second, Matthew. Give me 30 seconds. And I did say it to him, like, listen, this is the thing. So he came and raised it, and he kind of opened up a damn brand new chapter, which, you know, Einstein, I should have tell him, say, listen, respect or not to you, let we leave it and done with it.
Yeah, right when you shut something down, shut it down.
Yeah, just leave, rather than go open it back,
once you
come
leave
back
it will continue like a disease.
And so, but it was something that I shut down, and I gave him the opportunity to come in and said, you know, why you here, and that's the thing. Hearsay, what people keep on going around and calling this person.
Some of them people in the comment section, them are some big pussy girl then.
Hang on 1 second, Plank. Matthew,
I just quick me say something. I quick me make Matthew speak.
Okay.
Black King have 15 donuts up there. I miss you give me about 5. Give Black King 10.
Bumbo.
Plank man.
Sorry, done. Matthew, go ahead, Matthew.
Matthew talk, yeah.
Yeah. To the person.
Rusty did try to say something before Matthew, but go ahead.
No.
Yeah. What I was trying to say is the reason why I don't mind people being condescending is that there's an old time saying in our folklore that says show off bring disgrace. So condescending can be to your exaltation or to your demise. So
Rusty, it's not really about being. It's not really about. I get where you're going with that, but there's something called emotional intelligence that a lot of intelligent people do not have. But I'm not going to go further into that topic. Anyways, as I was saying before, to the person who was called, I am the one in the comments saying that I'm a PNP, spy or whatever, trying to sow division between JLP bloggers. The fact of the matter is, when you're accusing me of that, indirectly, you're doing the same thing. If you're accusing me of that, you're indirectly doing the same thing that you're accusing me of doing.
Yeah,
that's what you're doing.
Mute them, Matthew, because they just come over here to play problem.
Over here. I mean, see no taps, I see nothing going on. Just over here, for mix up and for store fuel in the fire. When you tap up the man,
well, now I'll get a mix up, one more mix up.
And if you don't like what's going over here, are the people and we attack them.
Saturdays,
yeah,
do things a little bit later, so because now then a lot of people they don't come out till late, you know?
Because listen, the fact of the matter is I'm not here to make any friends. I don't expect anybody to listen. I said my personality multiple times. I am militaristic. I say what is on my mind. Just like what Rusty said, he says what is on his mind. I say what is on my mind, and I don't compromise.
Hang on 1 second, Matthew. Love Street. Calm yourself down, brother. No one needs to know where they are prison you're there. And we
Nah,
are
have
saying
nothing
no
to do
war,
with
no
me, Love Street.
war.
Whether you want
Oh,
their
no, lock
prison or
him
you
down,
want
man.
their road.
Lock him down. Lock him
Calm
down.
yourself
Put
Relax,
on
down,
the
guys,
Love
black
no?
Street.
and mute.
Jesus.
Calm yourself down,
One at
Love
a
Nah, have
Street.
time.
nothing to do with me.
Calm yourself down, Love Street.
Me
To
not
the
think
right
it, but hold
place.
on, guys. When me leave the other night, Scratchy never come over here and already say in peace.
Apologize.
Yes. So what is
Stop
why
and
this
say
thing
what
is
you
You're
got
not wrong.
wrong,
ongoing?
I
brother.
really
Guys,
apologize.
Go and talk to
guys.
Scratchy, you know.
Hang on one
Go
second.
and
Hang on
talk
one
to
second.
Scratchy.
Hang on 1 second there. 1 second. So I tell this to one person already, and I haven't speak about it anymore. Scratchy come over here and apologize. And
Yeah.
when Scratchy come over here and apologize, Rusty come and say him get somebody page him. And as 6 o'clock in the morning, somebody page my phone and call me and say them just come off of the phone with Scratchy. And this man, I want to speak to one person about it.
Of course, somebody call me.
Even though the
4
person,
different somebody call me.
even though the person wasn't the person who called me, is someone that I met on TikTok here, and we talk and blah blah blah. But you know, the person wasn't being disrespectful to me. Them just call and say they want to find out what happened. Because them just come off my phone with Scratchy and Scratchy I tell them say boy them get this up on all them thing and me I explain to the person I say and
You're
you know
you're echo, you're echo, you're echoing.
Me no hear no echo. Any echo for your side.
through the time when I was talking to the person, I said to the person like where this going because the man come up and apologize already, so me not understand how him still talk about it. To get you to call me. Cause him, you know, we done with this thing already. So to see Love Street come down and say, boy, I'm in a prison and no war because Scratchy said this and Scratchy said that and all. I'm not done with the thing, man. Brother, I'm not done with the thing. I'm not done with the thing. Scratchy done come and apologize already, which mean him admit guilt that him wrong. So
Love Street.
Understand.
Love Street don't make Scratchy beat you up here.
Me not understand where we going.
Just want to know how me not get no call. Oh, nobody no call me. I just that me away pan.
Yes, you
don't want to get no call. Let's see, you don't want to get no call.
I'm not
Leave
going to lie. I want somebody call me.
Leave that alone.
I'm not done, guys.
Leave that alone.
Anybody want my number to threaten me, I'll get
Not
the
done,
email
man.
to them.
Come on, don't done the nonsense.
Me dey on the list. We want somebody
Yeah,
call
man,
me.
me here waiting, brother, but you know, him done apologize already because there was misinformation.
You see, while Scratchy was on the live, I apologize and I clear up things. Yeah, someone created a fake account and sent me a detailed message, bill and receipt, and them tell me straight, say, them create this account just to inform me about Scratchy. So them ask me to ask you and Blacking and everybody to be careful that. Me take a screenshot of the message and me send it to Blacking alone. I did not share nothing else with nobody. Me not even respond to it because you see fake accounts. Nobody believes said nobody can write me with no fake account to tell me nothing about nobody and me take it as gospel. Whether a good news or a bad news. Right? All I am saying, my interactions with Scratchy on the app has never been negative. Never.
And Scratchy, I'm good, you. I don't understand this.
Plank, shut your mouth. Me not talk to you. Shush. Let me finish. Me don't know if I'm a good youth or bad youth. Me talk about the interactions I may have with him on the app. Yeah? And the fact that him over Neighbour, me always see him over Neighbour in the box. But as me say, me not stick around long enough to know if he must say good or he must say bad. All I am saying, this unnecessary back and forth. And if Scratchy come publicly on the app and ash it out already and there was no disrespect and everything done. Me not understand why nobody supposed to call nobody phone with no threats or nobody. Now Love Street say he must Scratchy uncle. Love Street, you say they are prison. If you're there prison, me not think you want Scratchy in the video. So let us just done this thing and leave Scratchy alone.
Mind you lose your phone in prison, you know. Just mind you lose your phone in prison. Mind you lose all your privileges.
And if Rusty we see the vibes, Rusty, I reach out to Scratchy and him say loud this. Yeah, don't leave Rusty alone. Come in and know what kind of vibes Rusty and Scratchy fear have.
Me and Scratchy, I mean never talk to Scratchy.
Anyways, we can't stop mentioning people's name now because me kind of tired of hearing people's name.
Don't tell me about right, whoever call the name.
Yeah, the fake account, them always problem.
I never hold a conversation with Scratchy yet, so I don't know how Scratchy I go disrespect me and make people call me and all them something. In passing place.
Steve, what go on?
Conversation with him yet.
Nah, man. As I said, I understand where this go cause.
As we said earlier to Rusty.
And if the truth is to be spoken, him keep up fuckery. He might disrespect people and call people.
You know, say another live Scratchy get blocked off. Another live, you know. Another live, you know. But when they talk about it, people just point it over here, so. Not this live Scratchy get blocked off.
Yeah, that's what.
Yo, Labour right. Labour right.
I'm not referring to anybody.
Wanna like me green hat? Wanna like me green hat?
No, mute your mic. I turn off your camera.
But as me said to Rusty,
they soon take you down, you know. We know where to turn camera around steering.
all the way have we ways. Earlier,
Me not around steering.
Said no Jamaican not supposed to tell nobody so them a be man and not tell them about them mother. But that now go ever change. That coming like after a selfish.
The one thing I can agree on, is that telling somebody to S them mother is a fighting word. But telling somebody that they're a fish, telling somebody that they're gay.
Fight for what? The last time a man tell me if you go suck my mother, me ask him come with me. If you want some.
I'll pay him.
Okay. For others, it is a fighting word. But let me just say, calling somebody a fish or calling somebody gay. The fact of the matter is that our nation has a history. Let me finish, man. Let me finish. Our nation has a history. Of violence towards that community. I don't advocate for that. I don't support violence against anybody for their personality or whatever type of thing that them like to do in bed. I genuinely don't care. But the fact of the matter is that still not going to stop me from call out what I believe. If I believe he is that, then he is that. But I'm not say that him forget harmed or that him forget ostracized for that. And that's not what I was calling out for. I was simply saying my opinion. Whether somebody feel like it's necessary for me to say or not, well, they can debate on that all they want. But as I said before, I will say what I want and I will say what I believe right. I will say what I believe is right to me. And if somebody have a problem with that, then you can just unfollow me or you can block me or what. I genuinely don't care. I am not somebody who is here to make friends.
Macho.
Anyways, guys, me think I want done the conversation. No,
I sent it yesterday.
Me want to talk about exactly where Neighbour come up for say. Cause me did even not personally I think if I come on, me never even know say blocking live. Me that plan for go live for 1 hour. Just
let me just tell Outlaw me remove you because they say you violate.
I told him.
Yeah, because he might drive and he say enough to do it.
Man, they said I should not remove you because you violate the thing.
You tell him.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
And hang on one second with Marcia. For the person who said we sound like a PMP, thank you. Thank you, because we're not just too much. We're not allow the thing. We are move on from this. So we are move on.
Can I say something, Black King?
Yes, my dear.
I was passing through yesterday morning and I overheard all the arguments and I typed in the chat that let us put all things aside and move on. Listen, I've never heard this live in gossip and it not sound good.
Auntie Marcy, no, say I can't be busy, make them a lead us through over here, you know. And through me gonna fight war for family, you know.
Yeah.
We need
one side
to the landslide, Kizzy. One side to the landslide.
Lexi, you want to nice one.
Kizzy. Kizzy, a girl that be say about a crocodile boy.
Crocodile eat.
It's all no idiot.
Crocodile bite right now.
Oh, never see a naughty crocodile.
That is a crocodile bite.
I mean, chop up things, you know.
Mosquito.
That they want it done.
You know, see. Hold on, sorry. Go on, Miss Marcia. Miss Marcia.
Yeah, true.
Thank you very much.
Miss Marcia.
Yes, I'm saying that it's
so
full
then
time
no
for
manners
us
and respect,
to
Auntie
go
Marcia.
past. I know. go past what is happening. Sometimes we can't give listening ears to, foolishness. Because some of the things that mommy hear, they talk are garbage. Are garbage, you understand? And the only place garbage we go in a dump truck. No. Them have a saying, say, oh, you go again, misery. Misery love company. Our company love misery.
Misery love company.
Misery love company. We don't need that. We don't need that. We are all big people, and we need to just. Sometimes when we hear some things, we just once it come on the live, just shut it down right then and there. We don't want to hear it. Simple. Because if we do, we die. If we're not, it's the same thing. We don't care what people want to say about us, as long as them not hit us or anything. We just need to stand up and just believe in what we believe in.
Comment with
Simple.
foolishness, me I go black on you.
Simple.
Me I tell you the truth.
What a green at the what a green thing the
One crocodile.
So make we just move past that. Anyway, Kizzy, them they say crocodile, me and you say Tamili.
Sparta, you say no, Miss Sparta, Sparta.
She can't say anything what she wants to say, but I want crocodile.
Right,
The crocodile and Nyamrami.
I like that.
Start to Kizzy, man. Stop bias, man. Lego.
You know about crocodile and Nyamrami, if it's true, but I don't tell me my deal with.
But Tamili weak in our class, man.
Kizzy, you know.
I like
Kizzy, you
that.
know.
Weak, man. Weak.
Kizzy, me and you know say Spartans are some man you love and just in front of
Miss Marcia finish, man.
Yes,
Finish, man.
No,
Miss Marcia say no.
me just
Miss Marcia says she
no, because I live, Tamili is my neighbor.
As she grow him.
Yeah, man.
Of course.
She grow Tamil, man. Miss Marcia and Spartan. But you don't know.
Miss Marcia say you go demon, Miss Marcia, you go demon.
No,
I think a long time Miss Marcia and the same, so she can beat him with the Bible a long
Miss
time.
Marcia, you go demon.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring him to church more often, Miss Marcia.
You know, in church sometimes.
Hey, if you can't talk, one at a time, I'm going to mute you know.
Yeah, thank you.
No, Kizzy, you can't use your moderator power over your power, you know.
Me say,
Kizzy, the baddest tune.
That unfair.
The baddest tune, Kizzy. The baddest tune, we head to the crocodile, we cartel data do.
How would that type about Tamili?
Cartel data no do no song, and that's why I know so no sense. Can't no listen.
Listen to it, sir. Go on, listen to it. Cartel data do one song.
Cartel data do no
Sweet
song.
Pea, me and Sweet Pea at Tamil. Look here, me and Sweet Pea grow Tamili.
So the one grow demon.
Listen, him only sing a song.
You don't know what wrong with that, Kizzy. You don't know what wrong with that.
What wrong with that?
Want to pass.
Well, I want thing with me.
We want a priest. We are gonna do some.
Me are the priest.
Otla, why when you hear people?
No, you're the priest. Otla. You would have never heard
That Kizzy, you know, see this song where Shout Star do I hit a road past TikTok now.
Let me tell you what
Come on here.
conversation. Let me tell you.
All right, I'm gonna take 5 minutes and talk about the thing, and then we move on to something else.
I be a gimmick so no depend. No want talk real facts. We no chat nonsense. We no just depend on hype. A bandwagon no depend. No
depend no bandwagon. One side till a landslide.
The land don't slide. You see landslide and no use. Right now,
it's slide have use.
And new road. Which part? That don't
it have use. Have more access.
One thing me I tell you now.
Bandwagon in
if Cartel ever answer me now, no career.
All right, man, no problem.
That me I tell you now.
You have to listen to the music. You have to listen. Let me tell you.
Good morning.
You have to listen to the music objectively, man. Listen with an open mind.
Yeah.
Good
morning, everybody.
You hear me? Hello. One thing we can tell you now. Anytime me bust my music out there, everything dead.
You're all right.
All right, let's see. I said it now because this is the music thing. I get too far.
Let me tell you what, and that's the same reason why enough time Jamaicans in a problem because uno shallow, uno thinking too shallow. Uno only demon and see demonic images, but you know, and you know, going at the depths like
Family about the artist, man.
family now do demon worship. In represent a demon. He matter about inner demons. He matter about trauma. He matter about the rage from poverty and violence. Yeah, he matter about the dark realities of ghetto life. That is where my manifest. But because you don't know no sense.
So where get to the where go?
Shallow. Yes, Arista.
Where get to the where going now?
What you mean where get to the time me growing now?
Where get to the
Kimball represents
Flanka don't get to man. Flanka
Get a
housing scheme.
Flanka ghetto.
Come on,
This part of Flanka ghetto. Flanka housing scheme.
I know Flanka clean up.
Oh man, I get
I know Flanka clean up.
Let me say something. Excuse me. Can I say something here? Flanka was captured land. Flanka wasn't supposed to be by the airport. Right? No houses is supposed to be there. It was captured land. A developed Flanka developed.
Right.
Look here. Flanka our hardcore ghetto. And them me come from.
Right.
Never see it that way there still.
Then you're a little boy. He's a little boy.
You don't see it that way. No. Because it developed now.
I'm a bigger man for family, so I don't know when Flanka developed. Last 20 years, 30 years, 40 years? How long?
No. 1980 a dump